Hi, Crafty Patty back. Today I'm going to be making a bib, and I'm going to use this cute little dinosaur, and I'm going to applique that onto my fabric using the product Lite Steam-A-Seam2. It comes in a roll, and so you can just cut off the amount that you want. So today what you're going to need is your ironing board, your iron, some scissors, and a pen or Sharpie pen to trace your design onto the Steam-A-Seam2 and your fabric of choice. I've also going to be using some backing. It's just basically 100% cotton batting that I use for quilting. Had a spare piece left over, so that's what I'm going to use for the inside of the bib. And my backing, I'm going to be using this green fabric. And as you can see, I've already actually appliqued one cute little dinosaur on the reverse side. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so you'll see that your Lite Steam-A-Seam2 product has got a yellow grid on one side and there's nothing on the other side. I've taken my dinosaur, I placed it behind the grid so I could see the lines behind it, as you can see, and I've now traced around my image. The next step you need to do is peel away the backing. So you'll be able to peel that apart. You can see all the sticky adhesive inside. Now apply that to the back side of your fabric, not the good side, but the back side. And using a fairly hot iron, just iron that in place on your fabric. And you'll be able to tell if it's ready, if it's adhering to your fabric and it's not coming off, then it should be good. Well, the next thing you're going to do is now take your scissors and cut out your image with your scissors all the way around. So now we're going to take the front side of our bib that we're using, and now there's another piece of backing here that you can just peel off. And it's left a nice sticky coating on the back side here. Now you're just going to place your image where you want it on your bib. And iron in place. So now you have your piece of fabric nicely attached, so it's not going to slip. It's going to stay in place while you take it to the machine, embroider with a zigzag stitch all the way around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my backing and lay my applique front on top of here, because when I put it on the machine to do the embroidery, it'll just make it pop a little bit more because there's a little bit of a padding there. So just pin that in place. So you can either do your accent lines on the machine by sewing and bringing it up, or to use the fabric, ball brush, and fine point pens. And once you've got these on, they'll just basically air dry for 24 hours and you're ready to go. Right, now I'm ready to do my zigzagging around the outline of the dinosaur. And again, I've got some backing on the back, just so it puffs it up just that little bit more. I've chosen to use my quilting foot just so it doesn't pucker as much. It just makes it easier for sewing. And here's the finished dinosaur, and I chose to actually sew up the legs. So here's the finished dinosaur that I chose to put the backing on, and there's my front dinosaur that I've already appliqued around. I'm going to place that right sides together and then pin in place. And now that I've got all my pins in place, I'm going to sew at a 3/8 inch seam. all around the bib, leaving about a 3 to 4 inch opening so I have a place for turning. Clip your seams down a little bit on the corners to ease for turning, and also clip on your curves up to your stitching but not into your stitching. Find your 2 pieces of fabric, and this is where you will turn your bib to the right side. I'm using a knitting needle to help turn the fabric at the corners. Fold in your seam allowance, making sure it's even. And then press in place. Use your fingers to pull on the fabric to make it nice and even. When it's nice and even, you're ready to iron your bib. Now turn over and iron the other side of the bib as well. Place a pin at the opening, and then you'll be ready to actually take it to the machine and do top stitching around the whole bib. So 3/8 of an inch from the edge. I'm changing the bobbin thread color to match the back of my bib. And I'm using white thread to match my white piece of 1 inch velcro that I will now sew in place. To sew on my other piece of velcro, I've now changed my bobbin thread so it matches the other side of the bib. Now sew around the velcro. Now we have a cute brown dinosaur on one side and a little green dinosaur on the other side. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, click the subscribe button below for more fun videos. Bye-bye from Crafty Patty.